Hopefully it won't. I mean, the odds are still 97.5% chance that
It
won't
doesn't,
hit.
right.
Yeah, so we'll see.
But
Well,
2% if it does. Doesn't wipe out the planet, but could take out an entire city.
it could.
Yeah, if that happened, right.
What wonderful news. Thank
We
you.
do know, however, we're going to get hit by something on Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go and look out far and afield to find this next chance of rain coming our way. So we're going to try and put some specifics on it, but before I start showing you what rain bands could potentially look like by the time we get towards about Thursday, let me show you what this thing looks like at this point. So we'll bring up the northern hemisphere. And there is going to be a very familiar structure to this storm. And you'll see what I mean in 1 second. There it is. So it's still pretty far out in the Pacific, by the way. That's us. Those are the lights of the bay showing up. This is the nighttime satellite imagery now. You can kind of see the day-night divider is kind of already past us. We've still got a lot of sunlight, though, on where this storm is. Let's put the rain into it. And when we take a look out there, you see there's a pretty good amount of rain that's already gotten developed in that system. And as we play it forward and bring it towards the bay, taking its sweet time, we get our first little taste of light rain, perhaps. That's Tuesday, and that's not the main event. This is still the main rain out here that we're waiting for. So let's take a look at that and play that forward now. And as we do, we'll see that when it does make landfall here, there's going to be a long stretch of rain. Look at that beautiful development. You got a counterclockwise cinnamon roll comma shape to it, and there's the atmospheric river. So we got another one of those coming our way. Weak to moderate perhaps, but enough that it's going to be able to deliver a good amount of rain. And that, by the way, is pointed pretty much right at the bay. Let's look at it in a little more detail. Keeping in mind that on Sunday night, if we're looking ahead to the rain, which will have a main event on Thursday, that's when we really expect the structure of that atmospheric river to be bringing us the rain. We're too far out to try and nail down specifics and lock it in at this point. There's likely going to be some adjustment on this, but let's just see where the forecast models stand for now. Remember the first little wave that comes through on Tuesday? Not a whole lot to that. Maybe some light rain Tuesday night, maybe a few follow-up showers on Wednesday, but then that shows up and that certainly looks a lot more impressive. This is where we left off on the northern hemisphere. So we know that trails all the way down to the subtropics. That's going to deliver a good amount of rain. Look at the time. That's Thursday morning, and then it'll go throughout the day on Thursday. So most of Thursday, plan on widespread steady rain. And then on Friday, perhaps a few follow-up fill-in scattered showers as the rest of the system fills in and passes overhead. That's how much rain we could see on the big picture. Looks like about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. We'll put some more specifics on that now in one moment. But with a map looking like that, this is where the Storm Prediction Center starts to color in, the Weather Prediction Center starts to color in the areas of where they feel it's now time to start raising the awareness level. There's enough rain coming, you could run into some flooding issues. On this particular scale, it's a very low-end possibility we get into like a flash flood scenario with some of the rivers and streams and creeks in the North Bay. That's not the concern from this one. But if you get into that category, what's more likely a concern is you should start thinking about low-lying intersections, smaller streams and creeks in the North Bay which could approach their banks. We had plenty of issues in the North Bay from the last system. This one doesn't look as rainy because it's not as prolonged, and it's just one system. That was two. But this will be a pretty good rainmaker in its own right on Thursday, and that's how much rain we could get. Pick out your part of the bay. There's really not much difference here from one side to the other. We're pretty much coming away with the notion that it's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of rain in general. And yep, that'll be enough on Thursday. Probably going to run into some issues. Roadways, small streams and creeks. There's your Thursday terrarium. Remember, Tuesday and Wednesday have a few light showers on it, but nothing big. And we're hopeful by the weekend it's done. And we'll get a chance to clear out for Saturday and Sunday. All right, guys, back to you.